It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next is this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's going to be a good one. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way. And that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
We're about ready now for the punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
Quick throw, taken in. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Tight end, the motion man to the right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. Drive will start on the ground. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession using formation.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now from the gun. That's how to dig yourself out of a hole. A pickup of 18, much more manageable. 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
This one is good. He knocks it through. Now the kicking team here will take a timeout. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the 1st down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 3-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Slot man in motion right. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The extra point is good. And the visitors move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the visitors are going to take over just shy of midfield.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? They'll try to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. Here's a toss, right side. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that first down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. A handoff as they try to run it here. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. 21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing right, it's taken in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Sending a receiver right. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. This one complete right side.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Quick throw, taken in. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Now, faking the give. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. He's going to keep it himself.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
His throw left side is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That is caught. What a throw for the score. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
No problem there on the extra point. And his guys are in the lead by the score of 13-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. This team's offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They send Edwards in motion. Back to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd down, 3 to go. He'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw again. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So we have reached halftime here. It is a 6-point difference at the break. As we send you to Orlando, we'll check. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now this team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now a give on the ground. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities, and for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line, and We saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. They'll send their tight end left. Handoff here, up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Now a 3rd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
He's got the hook up here. It is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's first down, and they'll run. Not much there. We'll get this down inside the 40. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Here's a run going left. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. They'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
On fourth down, out comes the punter, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And he's going to give ground and lose yardage here. Back to the 6. Third and long. Going up top. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And now here comes the punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense.
At the 47-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Up the middle they go. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Pass interference. Defense.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score. Game on for the touchdown. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The score, our home team 16, visitors 14.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll get this one to his safety valve. Complete. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. They're all set to punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line.
Offense.
Short pass taken in by the tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
In trouble, and down he goes.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. And just a short pickup there to about the 44. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Give them 14 on that one. And that will be a first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on first down. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have
Holding.
a flag
Offense.
on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. So a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to take the lead here in the 4th. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the visitors are going to get the football at their own 23.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. We'll try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now a give up the middle, and he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. He'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time? So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Here is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They have time to work with, but they have no timeouts. It's 1st and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for our visitors. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.